Ghost of Tsushima was a masterpiece. It was a love letter to Japanese culture, a game that respected its source material and delivered an unforgettable experience. From its stunning visuals to its emotional story, it was everything a modern game should be. But now, with the announcement of Ghost of Yotei, the sequel, fans are worried. Why? Because instead of building on what made the first game great, it seems like Sucker Punch is caving to woke DEI pressures. The protagonist this time is a woman, and while that might sound like a small change, it's sparking a firestorm of controversy. Today we're diving into the backlash, the outrage, and why this decision could ruin what should have been another incredible game. Let's start with the obvious. Ghost of Tsushima worked because it was authentic. It was a samurai story through and through. Jin Sakai was a compelling protagonist, and his journey felt grounded in the world of feudal Japan. The game didn't just use Japanese culture as a backdrop, it celebrated it. From the haikus to the sword fights to the quiet moments of reflection, everything felt deliberate and respectful. It was a game made by people who clearly cared about the source material. But now, with Ghost of Yotei, that authenticity is being called into question. The decision to feature a female protagonist has fans worried that the game will prioritize woke DEI agendas over storytelling. And let's be clear, this isn't about being anti-woman, it's about respecting history. Feudal Japan was a patriarchal society, and while there were certainly strong women during that time, they weren't samurai. By forcing a female protagonist into this setting, Sucker Punch risks undermining the very thing that made Ghost of Tsushima so special: its authenticity. The backlash has been swift and fierce. Fans are taking to social media to express their concerns, and the comments are brutal. Many are accusing Sucker Punch of caving to woke pressures, of sacrificing historical accuracy for the sake of diversity quotas. Others are worried that the game will feel like a lecture rather than an adventure. And then there are the comparisons to other franchises that have gone woke, games like The Last of Us Part 2 and Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which prioritized political messaging over storytelling. The fear is that Ghost of Yotei will follow the same path. But it's not just about the protagonist. Fans are also concerned about the broader direction of the game. Will it retain the same level of detail and respect for Japanese culture? Or will it feel like a generic action game with a samurai skin? The early trailers have been vague, but the decision to feature a female protagonist has already raised red flags. It feels like Sucker Punch is more interested in ticking DEI boxes than creating a worthy successor to Ghost of Tsushima. And let's not ignore the bigger picture here. This isn't just about Ghost of Yotei, it's about the gaming industry as a whole. Western developers have become obsessed with woke ideologies, pushing feminism, LGBTQ+ agendas, and anti-straight white male narratives. They've forgotten that games are supposed to be fun, not political sermons. And the result is a slew of mediocre, uninspired games that alienate their core audience. Look at Ghost of Tsushima. It was a critical and commercial success because it focused on what mattered: storytelling, gameplay, and authenticity. It didn't need to push an agenda to be inclusive, it just needed to be a great game. But now, with Ghost of Yotei, it feels like Sucker Punch is losing sight of that. They're prioritizing diversity over quality, and that's a dangerous path to go down. So what's the solution? It's simple. Sucker Punch needs to listen to their fans. They need to remember what made Ghost of Tsushima great and focus on delivering a worthy sequel. They need to prioritize storytelling over politics and respect the source material that inspired the game in the first place. And most importantly, they need to resist the pressure to cave to woke DEI agendas. If you're as tired of this nonsense as I am, let's make our voices heard. Share this video, leave a comment, and let's send a message to Sucker Punch. We want Ghost of Yotei to be a great game, not a woke lecture. We want a sequel that honors the legacy of Ghost of Tsushima, not one that undermines it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Together we can push back against the woke takeover of gaming.